10-second introduction. This is an excerpt from an hour and 11-minute video where I debunk every pro-choice argument. That's linked in this description. If you don't want to watch the entire video, there are time cards to all 31 different arguments in that video's description. Now let's go to the Ruth Bader Ginsburg argument. She says that if you have any rule against abortion, then this is by definition sexist. Why? Because if you impose restraints that impede her choice, you are disadvantaging her because of her sex. Now, let me see if I can sort of tease this out. I want to try to make the argument that she's raised make sense, and then we'll go on to debunk it. So what she's saying is, this is because there would then therefore be laws that apply only to women, and these laws are restrictive in nature. So there's a choice that exists only for women, and now there's a law that exists exclusively to prohibit those women, okay? I want to go ahead and throw in here, and this is not, I promise, this is not meant to be a gotcha. This is simply to help people think logically. If we include the trans ideology into the debate, the idea that men can become pregnant, if you start down that rabbit trail, then this argument becomes irrelevant. Now there is an equal application of the law because abortion would affect men just as much as it affects women. So in order to steelman her and give her give this argument the best chance it has, then I think we have to adopt the TERF position, which is a technical term for trans exclusionary radical feminists. A TERF is a feminist who excludes the rights of transgender women from their advocacy of women's rights. So basically, this is a full-blown feminist who just simply says that because a man dresses up in women's garb and feels like a woman and thinks of himself as a woman, that doesn't make him a woman, and therefore he shouldn't be involved in the feminist movement. Now, therefore, if that's the case, then this argument makes a little more sense because there are now laws, i.e. abortion, that would exclusively apply to women and not to men. Notice again, this argument does not in any way attempt to refute the idea that the babies are alive in the womb. It doesn't refute that it's wrong to kill innocent children. If anything, it maybe says it's okay to kill them because then it puts men and women on an equal playing field. That might be the most generous way to read this argument. And if that's the case, then that's the question that we have to ask. As a society, is it okay for women to be able to choose to kill their offspring if it simply levels the legal playing field? As Andrew Clavin puts it, you can murder your way out of a lot of situations, but it doesn't make murder correct or morally good. Now, the feminists may then retort, then the society should also ask, is it okay for laws to apply exclusively to women? Maybe that's inherently unjust. Maybe that's inherently inequitable. But I think we should keep in mind when wrestling with that sincere question that we already have those laws according to different categories. We have laws that apply explicitly to people based on their age, explicitly to people based on their marital status, to people based on how old they are. And I was thinking first in the young age. Now we also have laws that exclusively apply to people who are older. And we also have laws that apply to people's immigration status. If we think of equal protection under the law as saying that laws can only apply to everybody and that it's discriminatory for them to apply to one category, not to another, then I think we're going to find ourselves in a real messy situation. You can't have laws against driving at a certain age. You can't have laws against retirement being at a certain age. You can't have laws protecting really any class of people because then you're creating an inequity, laws applying to some and not to others. Rather, I think that we should think of equal protection under the law in the sense that no law shows unjust partiality. So in this exact instance, if we criminalize abortion, if we say, no, it's illegal and punishable, then let's say a man beats up his girlfriend to force her into a miscarriage. Then I think he should be guilty of, and I think in many cases he is even currently, guilty of the highest extent of the law, including up to murder in many states. So while the man can't be guilty of, say, abortion, he could be guilty of, in that case, murder. So in that instance, given that scenario, we have the law the law isn't equally applied to both of them because they're different laws, but they don't show preference to either one. In either case, whether it be the mother who's getting an abortion or the man committing assault in order to cause abortion, In both instances, the law is attacking or is opposing both of those. I'm Ryan Martin. This is Unsafe Media, where I help you respond with wisdom and virtue to the ideas and movements that are shaping our age. If you want to support this work, it's all listener supported. So if you want to support us one time, it's on Venmo or ongoing on Patreon. Just check the link tree down in the description. Otherwise, check out these other videos, like, subscribe, share, all the other stuff that everybody tells you to do. I'll see you next time.